this video I'm going to show you how to do a text wrap so that your text wraps around your images that you place on the page. So I'm just going to put an image onto the page. So I'm going to do Command D, which is to place an image. So I'm just going to select one of these images here and click open. That loads my cursor, and what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to click and drag out that image so it goes across just one column. Now at the moment that image, if I was to select it, it just sits over the top of the text, so there's text actually underneath it. And what I need is there to be some text wrap. I need the text to jump either side of the image. Now to do that you need to open up your text panel window. So I'm going to go up here to Window and open up, the text wrap panel window, and here comes the text wrap panel window, and I've got an option here to jump the text. So it will jump my image, so the text now no longer is underneath there. You can see as I move it around it's no longer underneath, it jumps either side. Even if I spread it across two columns like I've done here, it's jumping around there. You could get it to wrap around, so if you did want it to go across two columns, your image, you can get the text to wrap down this side and down this side, and that would just be this option here, and then you've got the text wrapping around. Now one of the issues that you'll see here is that the text is really close to the edges of some of these borders here that we've got on the image, and that's not a good thing to have. You need to have some space between the image that you've placed on the page and the text wrapping around the outside of it. So I'm just going to go back and select the image, and then I've got these options here to change the spacing around the outside of the image. Now if I change one, they will all change. So if I increase more spacing at the top, what you'll do is as I start to increase this, you'll see this blue border appear around the outside of the image, and that's sort of the margin area around the outside of the image. So as I change these values, you can see that changing. Now really I just want it to change, so I'm going to reduce that a little bit. Really I just want it to change here on this right hand side, so I'm going to take the chain link off and then just increase the spacing on the right hand side, and you can see that's how you can apply text wrap for your images. I'm just going to show you one more thing with text wrapping as well. So if I just do a Command D to place another image, I'm just going to bring in this image now. So I'm going to click and drag this one over here, and what you'll notice is that this image is actually a PNG. So these areas here, which would normally be filled in with white if it was a JPEG, are transparent. So this image has transparency on these edges here, and what you can get is you can get the text to follow the outline of the image. So as long as the image is a PNG, you can get this kind of text wrap. So I've selected the image and I'm going to come to this option here, so wrap around the object shape. So I'm going to choose that one. Now by default it doesn't sort of wrap it around, so what I need to do is come to this option here, the contour options, and tell it to follow the alpha channel. So when I tell it to follow the alpha channel, it means it's going to follow the transparency. It doesn't quite look like it's doing a good job, but at the moment if I move it around, so I'm moving the image there inside rather than the actual frame itself. So I'm just going to select the frame, and as I move the image around you'll see the text is wrapping around. Now again, you do have issues where the text comes too close to your object, and again these can be rectified by changing some of these options that we've got going on up here. So we can come in here and say that we want to change areas that we've got, so I can go for the right side or I can go for the left side and do this kind of text wrapping, or I can do both left and right, which is what it was set on by default, and then increase the distance away. So just by changing this one value I can change how far away the text is, again increasing that margin area around the outside of the image. But that's a nice text wrapped feature, but you need to make sure that the image is saved as a PNG with transparency. Otherwise you can just apply text wrapping as normal using wrap text or getting it to jump the object.